Hello YouTube, this is LC Gamer here. It's been a while since I last done a video, but before I start the video I would like to say a very big thank you to all the people who have subscribed to my channel. I have just reached over 50 subs, and to be honest, I didn't think I would get this many. In fact, I didn't think I would even get 10, let alone 50, but all I can say to you guys is thank you very much. Your support helps this channel, and I hope to make more videos, even though I'm always late making them, so never mind. But yeah, today I'm going to show you some of the games that I have picked up during the last month and the last couple of weeks. So without further ado, let's get into this. First game is The Bouncer, one of Squaresoft's earliest PS2 games. I've not played this game yet, but I've heard nothing but good things of it. It's basically a fighting game with like RPG elements. So if you played Final Fantasy and you like your fighting games, then this is the perfect game for you. And yeah, here's the back of the game. This game only cost me £2. It usually goes for a £5 on eBay from what I've seen. Here's the game, it's all complete. The disc has a couple of scratches, but it works fine. So yeah, that's The Bouncer for the PlayStation 2. Another game I will try and beat. Next is Lara Croft Tomb Raider Anniversary. One Tomb Raider game that I have not played. I've played a lot of the Tomb Raider games, especially on the PS1. And that piece of shit game called Angel of Darkness. That was a bad game. Yeah, this is one Tomb Raider game that I've heard some good things about. I think this game's also on the Xbox 360, but because I no longer have a 360, I thought I'll buy the PS2 version. Just like The Bouncer, it cost me £2, and the condition of it's very nice. Here's the game, all complete. Yeah, the disc, very few scratches, but other than that, it should play alright because I've not played it yet. So yeah, that is Tomb Raider Anniversary. Next is Sly Raccoon or Sly Cooper, depending where you come from. One PS2 game that I have wanted since I was a kid, but I never got around to picking it up. I don't know why. I don't know why it took me this long to pick up, because this game is absolutely fantastic. I've heard the other Sly games are good, like Sly 2 and Sly 3. But I thought I should start off with the first game in the series, and it's a really good platformer with like stealth elements. And for a PS2 game, it's quite challenging as well. I've got to give you that. It is a very challenging game, but it's a lot of fun. And then the game itself's in very nice condition. The disc has got no scratches and it works perfectly. So yeah, that is a Sly Raccoon for the PlayStation 2. So there we go. Next is an early PS2 title. I wouldn't say it was a launch out, but it did come out the year the PS2 came out. And that game is Smuggler's Run by Rockstar. And I used to play this game with a friend, and it's a good game. It was a good game for the time. I had a quick blast on this the other day. It was a good game for the time, but it feels a bit basic, to tell you the truth. The game, I'm not saying it's a bad game, it's a good game, but I feel as if that the game hasn't aged as well as some of the other PS2 games, but it's a pretty decent game. Here's the back of the game. Yeah, the game itself's in quite nice condition, and it comes complete with the instruction manual and everything. Yeah, Smuggler's Run, a good game for the time, not so much now. Next is another Rockstar title, and that is State of Emergency. another one of the games I have not played. This is one game that this is one game which my friends have recommended me for the longest of time. And I've not played it yet. It's supposed to be a really good, like, beat 'em up. I don't know a lot about this game because I've not played it. But from the gameplay that I've seen, it looks really good. It is the back of the game, and it's in decent condition. And yeah, like the other games, that would cost me £2. So yeah, it is the instruction manual and the disc, which is all in nice condition. But I've yet to play this game, so yeah, should enjoy it. Next is Crisis Zone by Namco, a spin-off of the Time Crisis series. I love these games. I think I've played this game at the arcade. I think I have. I know I've played the Time Crisis games at the arcade, but I'm not sure if I played Crisis Zone at the arcade. I think I have. And yeah, and from what I've played of this game, it's a lot of fun, I've got to admit. It's one of the most fun that you could have on your PlayStation 2. The only thing is I haven't got the gun to play with, so I can only play with the DualShock analog. But either way, it still plays rather well, and it cost me £1 from cash converters. Usually cash converters, they usually sell your sports games, but the one I went to in Southport on my holiday, I had quite a few games. They had quite a bit of variety going on. So I thought I'd pick this up because I know the Time Crisis games are awesome, and it comes with the instruction manual and the disc. And all I can say to you, if you like your Time Crisis games, I'm pretty sure you'll like this. So yeah, that's Crisis Zone. Next game for the PS2. This was technically my first PS2 game. Wasn't the first PS2 game I owned. The first PS2 game I owned was Crash Bandicoot: The Wrath of Cortex, but this was the first PS2 game that I played, and that game was WWF SmackDown Shut Your Mouth. Yeah, how I played this game, a friend of mine, not sure when this was, probably back when the game came out, must have been 2002, yes, 2002. A friend of mine brought the PlayStation 2 into school. The teachers weren't too happy about this, but we got a TV in the school, and we hooked the PlayStation up, and we played this game for hours. Despite the teachers moaning at us for playing it, we had a good time. And yeah, this is probably one of my favourite wrestling games of all time. And on the front, you've got Hulk Hogan, and of course, my favourite wrestler of all time, The Rock. Even though Dwayne Johnson's doing mostly acting these days. Here's the back of the game. Yeah, it's got some of the wrestlers on there, some of the best wrestlers at the time. So yeah. And this game also cost me £1 as well. Same place where I bought Crisis Zone. And yeah, the game, it still holds up really well. In fact, I'd go as far as say I had more fun playing it now than I did with all my friends in school. So yeah, that was a SmackDown Shut Your Mouth. Now we're on to the last two games. I'm not sure if I should do the SNES game first or the PS1. In fact, I'll do the Super Nintendo game first. And the game is Poppin' Twin B Rainbow Bell Adventures. Yeah, the title's a bit of a mouthful. A very obscure game by Konami. Obviously, the Poppin' Twin B games, well, the Twin B games, they're like shoot 'em ups. And they're quite good. But this is a shoot 'em up crossed with a platformer, and it works really well. It's a very fun and simplistic game, and it's a game that you could have hours of fun with. The challenge is fair. It's not too hard, but it's not too easy. It's just a load of fun, and I would recommend anyone who is either into shoot 'em ups or your platformers to check this game out, because this is a fantastic game. So yeah, Poppin' Twinbee Rainbow Bell Adventures. Don't know how I remember the title. So there we go. Last but not least, the PS1 game that I bought, and that game is a Future Cop LAPD. A game that I remember playing as a kid. I'm not sure if I had the game or borrowed it off a friend, but what I do remember is this game was a lot of fun. So yeah, it is the back of the game. Yeah, what I wouldn't say this game's rare. I'd say it's more of a sought after title, because this game on eBay goes between from 20 to 25 quid. I bought this for 20. And yeah, it's a pretty solid game. I mean, obviously the game itself, the controls haven't aged as well as some of the other PS1 games, but other than that, I'd say it's a pretty solid game. And here's the instruction manual, of course, and the disc. So yeah, that is Future Cop LAPD. Fantastic game. Oh yeah. Right, that is it for today. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I shall see you all soon. Sayonara.